Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Battlefield 4. We're playing the new game mode Chain Link, which actually came out with the Dragon's Teeth DLC. So when this DLC came out, the first thing I thought about was, okay, there's 4 new maps. Those are pretty cool. Then I thought about the fact that there's 5 new guns. That's also pretty cool. I did not even realize that with the Dragon's Teeth DLC, a new game mode actually came into the fold. This new game mode being Chain Link, which is one of the best game modes I've ever seen in any first-person shooter, as I was talking about on Twitter last night, and I love it so much. Okay, so the basic concept of Chain Link is to connect as many flags as possible. If you connect 2 flags together, it's going to give you 1 chain link. If you connect 3 flags together, it'll give you 2 chain links, so on and so forth. The more links that you have, the faster the enemy team will lose tickets. There's 16 people on each team, making the fights around these flags really, really awesome. I love it. It reminds me a lot of War from Call of Duty, which was just a fantastic thing. It also reminds me a lot of kind of a more fast-paced, close quarters version of Conquest, which is more of a Battlefield game mode rather than Call of Duty. There's actually a 10-minute time limit on Chain Link, meaning that all the matches are really fast-paced. More often than not, you're going to reach the time limit before either of the teams actually lose their tickets, and that makes it so that all the matches are very, very fast-paced. Unless, of course, one of the teams just completely overpowers the enemy team, and then you can win the game in like 5 or 6 minutes because the enemy team is losing so many tickets so quickly because they have no chain links put together. I really, really like this game mode. It's like a fast-paced version of Conquest, pretty much. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of War from the older Call of Duty games, which a lot of people didn't play War. I've made countless videos talking about how I wish War would make some kind of return in Call of Duty. I don't care if it's even in Call of Duty. Bring it to Battlefield. Bring it to any first-person shooter game. War, in my opinion, was just like one of the best game modes ever. I would really like to have that back. And it's kind of back here in Battlefield 4 with this new game mode Chain Link. It's very, very awesome. So here's a screenshot of like kind of like what the maps would look like. It's all really fast paced. The flags are really close together. They're like very, very close. And so anywhere you go, there's gonna be tons of people. You know, it's very fast paced. I think it kind of bridges the gap for a lot of players that are coming into Battlefield, and maybe they're not ready for the true Battlefield experience. Because to me, and this might just sound pretentious, but to me, the true Battlefield experience is when you're playing Rush or you're playing Conquest Large, where Conquest Large is like 32 people on each team. You've got tanks and helicopters everywhere. Rush, I think, is 16 people on each team, and you've got helicopters and tanks everywhere, and you're trying to arm MCOM stations, and you're trying to push through the enemy lines. And you know, I think that's more of the true Battlefield experience, but I think that can be kind of overwhelming for some players that have never really played Battlefield before. That's why I like the implementation of the Domination game mode in Battlefield 4. I thought that was a really good implementation, and in fact, I've played Domination more than I've played anything else. Like, sure, it's fun to play Conquest, it's fun to play Rush, but if you're not playing with a squad of friends or people that know what they're doing, it's really tough to do well in those game modes. It can just be pretty difficult if you're facing other squads and you don't have a good squad of your own. Whereas in Domination, it's a lot more fast-paced. It's more of an arcadey style game mode, and one player can really kind of turn the fold a lot more in that game mode as compared to playing Conquest. Like, I can't be a one-man army in Conquest, but in Domination, I can have a much bigger impact on my team and whether or not we're going to win or lose that match. And the same thing actually seems to be true for Chain Link. You know, one player can really start to help out a whole lot. The flags capture rather quickly. You know, it's not like a Conquest flag where you're going to be on the damn thing for, 30 seconds if you don't have teammates trying to help you capture it. So you can be more of a one-man army in this game mode. It's very fast-paced. If you check out this screenshot right here, this is what it can be like if one team completely overpowers the enemy team. It's kind of like Conquest in that you can spawn in at any one of your flags that you have, which means if we have all of our flags in a line like that, the enemy team can only spawn at the ones that they have, and we can spawn on the one closest to them, and then it's just a giant war at that area. It makes it really hard for the enemy team to be able to kind of push through. It's more of a rich get richer kind of game mode, I would say, which once again reminds me a lot of the game mode War from Call of Duty, and I really think it's an awesome implementation into the Battlefield series. And what's kind of cool is the thing I did not even realize was a part of this DLC, because I didn't even hear anything about this new game mode going into the DLC, is actually my favorite part of the DLC. I made a video showing you guys some of the maps, and I started talking about the guns. A lot of people wanted me to show the 5 new guns that are unlocked via this new DLC. I've unlocked the Bulldog Assault Rifle, and that's all I've really gotten so far. I've gotten the Bulldog Assault Rifle, and I love that thing. It's got kind of a small mag. I'm not really a big fan of the small mag, but it's a very powerful gun. It looks pretty cool, and it works rather well, so I like using it. I'm working on getting the MPX SMG, because that just sounds awesome. It looks like an awesome submachine gun. I want to play with it. It sounds cool, but the problem with it is I can't get the one challenge that requires me to follow squad orders, because Battlefield, it's so ridiculous, because I play Domination, right? I play a ton of Domination in Battlefield 4, and I always try to be the squad leader, because if you're the squad leader, you can issue a command to your squad, say, hey, we should go capture this flag, and if they capture the flag, they get bonus XP, and I get bonus XP for issuing the command. So it was a great way to get tons of XP. I made a video actually talking about how to level up quickly in Battlefield 4, and I was like, hey, everybody, try to play Domination, try to be the squad leader, tons of XP, right? Nobody does it. I haven't played Battlefield in how many months now, and I come back and people still don't issue commands when they're the squad leader. They're just like, oh, they don't spot people. No one ever spots anybody, and nobody ever issues commands when they're the squad leader. Those are like the two main things I do in Battlefield. Is I spot everybody I see, and if I'm a squad leader, I'm issuing commands for every single flag, and it's just stuff people don't seem to do. But once I can get that, then I can unlock the MPX SMG. The Desert Eagle pistol, a lot of people are using that, and that thing seems really powerful, so maybe I'll tinker around with that and see if I can get that pistol as well. But I'm going to keep tinkering with the guns and try and get as much as I can. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Chain Link, because this is a really fun game mode. That and the fact that for whatever reason, I can't play the new Dragon's Teeth DLC on Domination. I've only found one server that had Domination on the Dragon's Teeth DLC, and that server's not up for anymore for some reason. So I was kind of forced to like try different game modes. So I tried the new Chain Link game mode, which I didn't even know at the time was the new thing, and I really, really liked it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and those are basically my thoughts on Chain Link. You know, this is a fantastic game mode. If you guys have the Dragon's Teeth DLC, which did come out today to everybody, it came out 15 days prior if you had Battlefield Premium. But if you don't have Battlefield Premium and you just kind of want to buy the DLC as it comes out, which I do that for Call of Duty, Battlefield Premium is the first time I've ever actually purchased a season pass for any game. Whereas in Call of Duty, I just always seem to purchase all the DLC maps as they come out, which is weird. I don't know why I don't buy a season pass, because I always, you know, buy all the maps anyway. So I don't know why I do that. It doesn't make any sense. But regardless, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Of course, let me know in the comments what are your guys' thoughts on the new Dragon Teeth DLC. Because, of course, it's out for everybody now. So you guys are planning on getting this DLC or have gotten this DLC, you guys can talk about it a little bit more. And from what I saw in the comments in my last video, a lot of people are saying this is one of the best DLCs so far. And apparently Naval Strike was very good, but there was a big gap in my Battlefield 4 playtime, whereas I played the first two DLCs, China Rising and Second Assault, and then I haven't played for a few months, because I kind of burnt myself out on Battlefield, so I didn't play the Naval Strike DLC, but then I may have come back here to Battlefield when they put out the Dragon's Teeth DLC. So maybe I'm going to check out the Naval Strike DLC, because apparently that was pretty good. But in my opinion, Dragon's Teeth is pretty freaking good so far as well. I just wish I had more people to play with. Maybe I'll start inviting subscribers off of Twitter. We'll try that, get some squads running together. I think that'd be pretty fun. But regardless, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.